Gentlemen, live from Mount Smart Stadium number 2. In the background, there are the songs going on, and on the field, for the moment, some tranquility, some calm words before another 25 minutes of chaos ensues. Now, Troy, halftime talk for Mount Albert Grammar as you finish off a mouthful of chocolate as we reload at halftime. The talk for Mount Albert Grammar, I think. Probably no panic there, but the major work-ons for you?
Probably got to get better territory. They've got to get down into the Kelston boys' half. You know, they've been doing a lot of work off their line and, you know, back-to-back sets. That said, they've both been completing well. Both got good kicking games. Kelston, however, you know, they've turned their 2 opportunities in the back of those penalties that they had deep inside the Mags' half and scored tries. So at this point in time, I think you're right, there's no need to panic, but the boys need to get down there and they need to get some points on the board. It's as simple as that.
The key takeaway for Kelston, just keep doing what you're doing to some degree, and I think we'll know they're going well if Conrad Tua and Karia Yoka are still finding that grass on last tackle plays. They're rolling down the middle of the park, they're leaving guys on the ground, and as a result, they're getting positive ends to their sets. A big 25 minutes awaits. So here we go. Mount Albert Grammar get us back underway. It's a bouncing one. It's claimed by Tua and straight into it. Big contact there. And joining in on that one was Nella Ta'afu'u. Watuve that time gets hit. Jacob Tapau at the heart of it again. He's been busy so far in this game, has Jacob Tapau. We haven't seen a lot of Charlie Leota. Looking forward to seeing some improved involvement from him in the second half. JP White is the dummy half, and he goes out the back door. Yuka gets to his kick. It's a long driven one down there, and there it is, finding some grass. Those wingers are pushed up quite high from Mount Albert Grammar, and they'll trap him 21 metres out from the line. Contact down. That's a brilliant tackle from Mark Rasmussen, although he goes on with it, unfortunately, and gives up the penalty. So Mount Albert Grammar get an early leg up here, Troy, and a chance to kick for touch. Kamu's having the discussion with referee Clark, and looks like he will kick for touch. Got the number 11 on his back, but seems to be playing a fair bit of first receiver. He's also handling their kicking duties at times. And a couple of weeks ago, he started on the wing.
Yeah, they'll just want to be calm here, have a wee bit of patience.
Get to Lowy, forward, and it's right on halfway. Kamu will play short, and he'll bring Leota into it, and here's Big Charlie. Here's the guy we've been waiting for, Charlie Leota. Says, do your best, boys. I'll run another 10 metres with you on top of me. Now they come short side, and they bring in the back rower, and there's Iriko. He's bumped to ground now. Fresh legs on the park in the shape of Stanley Iongi. Jacob Tapau. He will get the offload away, and now Kamu will go down the left, and sort of just ran out of space there, and it was quite wise to head back in field, although they promote the second phase once again. Look at all those Kelston jerseys getting there. They put Kamu to ground. They're 12 metres out from the line, Mount Albert Grammar. Need a good set here. That doesn't mean it has to be points. A little bit of second phase again, and they're still going now. And comes out the back, and just a little bit off that time. The timing.
Just seemed to be forcing a little.
Graham Tolfa was chiming into the back. Now Kenny Tama will hand off to Kelly, and Kelly will go high. And here's an aerial contest for you. They go up. It's not a contest. He's claimed it untouched. And I think Mount Albert Grammar are in here.
Celebrations or anything to go by?
Yes, they are. And it is a try in the left-hand corner via Ulysses Levasa. But the kick from Emmanuel Kelly, it's a thing of beauty. Look at the weighting on it. He drops this exactly where he wants it. Isolated the Kelston winger, Rasmussen. He goes up beautifully forward. And what about the effort to plant it, Troy?
Perfect. Look at the ball. Dead still. Right where it needs to be. Fantastic try.
So, big hit back for Mount Albert Grammar, and we've got time off here now as the kick takes some time. In the background you can see the big ground, Mount Smart Stadium number 1. And the Warriors will return to action this Friday.
Just waiting for a tee to be run over there by a non-existent ball boy. And whilst we're waiting for that, Francis Melly will be rowing that a wee bit. You know, a silly penalty at the other end of the field. They peeled off a number of metres down there, and the result of that is a fantastic kick off the back of the set. Beautiful try, well gathered and planted to perfection.
Showed real maturity from Mags as well, I think, just to go through their paces there and get to that kick. And Emmanuel Kelly, boy, he is a talent. He's got a big build. He's able to take that ball to the line effectively, but he's super skillful as well. We've seen his long kicking game so far, and that time a little shorter one, and well, that was NRL standard stuff really. As we see the kick now, and it's a low one from the sideline, and it's an accurate one.
Fantastic.
And the gap is halved. We have a game on our hands early in the second half here at Mount Smart Stadium. That's Sam Kamu, who just nails it from the sideline. Beautiful stuff from the Richmond Bulldogs, man.
He's telling them all to just be calm, play yourselves back into the game. Here we go.
Such is the depth of leadership they have in this squad, Troy. With Sam Kamu, he captains his club, Richmond, at club level, and he's part of the leadership group of this team, but it's Emmanuel Kelly with the C next to his name, so there's plenty of experienced and calm voices out there on the field for Mags. And there's Kelston now as Conrad Tua prepares to get us back underway, and it's a driven low one which will take a bounce, and it's nicely claimed, and now Leota it is that winds it up.
Oh, look at the gathering of defenders.
Goes at them again, and Kelston, to their credit, well, they match him in every way with enthusiasm. Now as Lauhengoa comes up out of the line, in fact it's Vatuve. And the story on Charlie Leota, which we touched on earlier, he plays a little bit of gridiron here in New Zealand. He's actually off to Texas A&M, I am told, on a football scholarship. For those who follow the NFL and college football, you will know Texas A&M is one of the real powerhouses of college football in America. So all the best to Charlie and his future endeavours as he heads off to the United States. Great to see young men in our game getting opportunities to further themselves in education as well as sport. Iongi clears the ruck, and here's another Emmanuel Kelly bomb. It hangs up there for an age, and Rasmussen, he'll have nightmares about this. He comes back to recover.
Did well.
Eventually gets there. But boy, he's had a couple of aerial attacks down his way now, and Mags will spot a bit of a weakness there, Troy, and I would not be surprised if they head back there a few more times in this match.
They need to be fast in the defence, and I tend to agree with you, Corey. Once you've gone in there, doubt enters your mind and it might decide to live there.
Look at this defence from Mount Albert Grammar, and they just drive them back here, and Kelston just struggling a little bit for yardage this time, and Conrad Tua, well, that's not the man to be doing your yardage work, and he gets slammed to the ground, and he's felt that one as well. I dare say giving it to one of your smallest men, not the best idea in that situation, and as a result they get to a fairly poor kick, which is fielded by Schuster, and Mags are up on halfway straight away. Graham Telfer is the dummy half. These two sides, they met during regular season play. It was Kelston who had the upper hand in that one. Mount Albert Grammar, they actually made a really sluggish start to the year. But
massive contact. He's dropped it.
Finished with a flurry as we see a knock on there now, and the ball to be handed over. Kelston, well, they went through the regular season with just the one defeat to their name. That was against St. Paul's College, who were undefeated through pool play before going down to Mags in the semi-final. Kelston, they looked impressive in a 16-12 victory over Wesley College a fortnight ago. That was our live streamed game. So Elam Payne to feed the scrum now, 40 out, and Kelston turn it over with some physical defence. Karia Ioka just shuffles the ball on. It's back-to-back Auckland finals for Kelston. They missed it a couple of years ago when we saw Wesley College take on St. Paul's College. Now Leota literally manhandles him to the ground. He is A huge
another big
human
hit.
being as the ball spills loose. Is that play on? No, it won't be. And in the middle of all that, Nala Ta'afu'u throwing his weight around, and we end up with a knock on each way, Troy, and sort of back to where we all started on there. But the physical side of this game starting to really show itself here now. The hits not as
A
spectacular as
festival of
those
hits.
opening few minutes, but the punishment out there is genuine, and both these sides just going at each other right now. Key point of the match here is both trying to establish themselves physically as we get into the middle point of this second half. Good carry forward there from the benchman. Itulawi, 40 out from the line. Kelly is the first receiver and swings out the back to his half, who puts it down. So 3 errors in short space of time here. 2 against Mount Albert Grammar and 1 to Kelston. So I guess the immediate advantage going to go to the team that can just calm things down a little bit here now. Probably get to a set and get to a kick. Chance of they don't want it in the background. Not sure that's completely accurate given what we're seeing on the field here now. Payne to back down the scrum and set up for a little backline move here. Instead, they'll just settle initially via Ropati, who takes them up over halfway. Good marker defence there
Strong.
from Lani. Graham Tofa just slams him to ground. Yoka jumps off a quick play of the ball. Is another good carry from Ropati. 2 in the set already. We're yet to really see a member of the pack have a substantial carry in this set. Yoka now, he will change that. Brings play back to the middle of the park, but Lahangoa is set upon very quickly. They're 30 out from the line now. Tua plays short to Vatuve. Last tackle coming up for Kelston. Playmakers set to either side. Tua plays short at the line, now brings Payne in, and
Chopped him.
it's Schuster who has crunched him down low there and forced the error at the end of all that. Just checking here, we're going to have a
There's
handover. So referee Clark points to the handover.
The whole pack turned up to set a scrum. He's playing the ball, the dummy half's not looking. That's nerve-wracking.
So Iongi gets us back underway now. Mags with a bit of work to do. So on the sideline, Tassi Lotema pacing furiously. I think he may be trying to send a subtle message to Francis Malley. Get me back on out there, coach. I can't wait to rip in. Centralised now, and another good carry from Lowy. Kelly kicks low, and it's sort of a scuffed one. Doesn't get all he wanted on it, but it's professionally cleaned up at the back by Lopesi. That's nice work from Connor Lopesi. Very reliable fullback, isn't he? And that time gets down low. Tough in these conditions as well, Troy. You can't really tell, but we've had a lot of rain over the past 2 hours. That field very greasy.
Yeah, he managed to make that look super simple and, you know, very, very safe under pressure.
Ben Weatherall takes him into the opposition half, and now here's
Great
that man we mentioned earlier, big Tassi Latema. Was waiting for his boarding pass. He gets one, and his first flight back into the action is a good one. Tua now, the ball's loose. That's Messi. Told to play the ball. No, he's not. It's a knock on. Claps for Mount Albert, and that's on the head for Tua. Disappointed with that one. And you just wonder, Troy, if that frantic pace of that first half starting to take a bit of a toll now. We're starting to see some fairly uncharacteristic errors from both of these teams now.
Yeah, absolutely. And they changed a wee bit when they brought a couple of the big bookends in off the bench, especially for Kelston. And if you're wondering why there's a big fullback running around, as Corey mentioned earlier in the match, number one's no longer a fullback. He's one of the big front rowers. Oh, foot loose and down again. So that's also been a factor for tonight. Unsecured footing. Unsecured footing. So here we go.
Yongi turns back to the inside and finds Elias Tuitama. Some real spark around dummy half does Stanley Yongi. Part of the Warriors development side, has been for the last little while, and signed on for 3 years with them. Jump out now, and another Kelly bomb. This time it's to the other side, and Weatherall puts it down. So here's a chance here. Emmanuel Kelly.
Very uncharacteristic that.
He's killing them with the high ball tonight.
And not just the high ball, it's been very, very accurate in regards to pinpoint where he's been putting it. And it's not just been one or two times, he's put it there time and time again.
The other thing to factor here, of course, these boys, they always play during the day. A lot of them could be their first night game, so the experience of trying to catch a high ball under these floodlights. As we see, a very, very messy play, and that is terrible from Mount Albert Grammar. Really, really poor after forcing an error and setting themselves up with a golden opportunity to perhaps draw even. They put it down there, and that play was doomed from the very first pass. Troy quickly broke down.
Yeah, just a waste of a set. And you're not going to win grand finals behaving like that.
Both of these two teams will feature at the national tournament in a couple of weeks' time. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz, where we'll follow the fortunes of our Auckland lads. Another drop ball. No, it's not. It's a strip. So it goes from bad to worse very quickly for Mount Albert Grammar, and they compound the mistake with a strip. And now Kelston, that piggyback out of trouble. And it's a tough game at the best of times, but you can't, with back-to-back errors like that. So Tua, there's a good idea of the crowd which is built in here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2, and we're up on the hill as well, which we won't catch on our camera. The banners are out and they're in full voice. Latima leaves one on the ground, literally. To the play of the ball now. White jumps out and they'll go down the right edge. Watch the big boys fire up here for Kelston. This time it's Sisifa. He's told to go back and play at Sam Kamu. Holding on, says me sir, surely not. Yoka. They centralise and they bring it back into the middle of the park via Uluvali. White. Vatuve, Jinka at the line and breaks through the first one. Jacob Tapau comes out on top. Boy, he's got through some defensive work today, the number 13 for Mags. And speaking of 13s, here's Payne, who centralises for Kelston, and they're about 15 metres out from the line. They swing it right out the back. Tua's going to shape for a field goal. Conrad Tua hits it, and wide is the call from the touchy. That gives you an idea of how Kelston see the rest of this game going. To it, shaping to try and make it a 2-score lead. A little bit off that time, but Kelston picking. There may not be too many more points left in this one. Schuster jumps out of dummy half now, and the other side of that, with that missed field goal, it gives Mount Albert Grammar a 7-tackle set. The ball going dead, and Mount Albert now to work the footy forward into positive field position. It's been a while since they completed a set, Mags. They just need to get that bit right first of all.
Really? That was a shocker. 2 counts.
You can just see in their structure as well, Troy. They're all over the place right now. You can sort of throw a T-tail over them with their bunching as they dink a little kicking over the top. Weatherall's been caught for speed here, although his fullback Lopesi comes through and covers adequately.
Yeah, he did well.
Weatherall was left to sort of just run a shepherd there. It really wasn't his fault as he got turned around there, and another penalty. And it's Weatherall who's felt that one there. Shifts have shown a bit of concern from here now. Back-to-back penalties down this end of the field from Mount Albert Grammar as well. And Conrad Tua says we're in no rush this time. Positions himself down the flank in preparation for a kick for touch. And with 8 minutes to go, game management will be so important here. They have two of the best halves running around at New Zealand secondary school level, do Kelston, Cartier, Yoka and Conrad Tua. In case of Cartier, he's a Glenora boy, he's in year 13. Knows what he's doing here. Similar for Conrad Tua, who's been here, done that. And on this stage 12 months ago, albeit in a loss that time to St. Paul's College. Now Vatuve is met by some enthusiastic defence, and this is where they need to turn the game here, Mount Albert Grammar. Their line speed. They need to get up and try and force an error here, and that's exactly what they're doing. Charlie Liotta.
Getting a few defenders on now.
Fresh leads on the park as well for Kelston, and that looks to me like Isom Yoka. Get to the kick, and it's a long one from Yoka. One space between winger and fullback, and Graham Tolfer is back there, but he is set upon. Great kick chase there. Jump out of dummy half. That's Yoka leading the charge. Look at this.
Growing in confidence now, Kelston.
So backs now getting involved. This is Lani Graham Tolfer.
Shock play the ball. He's going to say he's interfered with.
Penalty is the call. Penalty is the call. And Kamu to kick for touch. So making sure he gets everyone back on side. Opting for the safety first option that time rather than chewing too much off that one. He wants to make sure he puts it into touch. The most important thing for his team is they get 6 uses of the football, and they will get that started now with a carry up over the 30. And just as it felt, Troy, like Kelston was starting to build some real momentum, it changes with a penalty, and now Mount Albert Grammar, shocking pass out of dummy half. They're going to dodge a bullet. No, they're not. Ball's on the ground. Conrad Tua's picked it up. Conrad Tua's running it in. This might be the game. Conrad Tua, he runs it in off a mistake. We're going to need to wait for confirmation. It's going to come back. Going to come back for a knock-on. All that excitement. Just simmer it down. So a knock-on in the build-up, obviously, there. And let's say a few hearts and mouths there for Mount Albert supporters and coaches and
commentators.
Troy reaches for his heart. It's brilliant stuff. What a game it's been. Could not have asked for anything more. And across the whole day, really, Troy, we've seen 3 brilliant games in the lead up to this one as well.
Absolutely, and this has been a fantastic match. It's been played with great spirit. And here come Kelston again. You know, a couple of really late errors that have probably squandered some of Mount Albert's chances as the clock is ticking off.
So we'll settle up through the middle via Lisati, and there's a knock-on from Kelston. So errors each way, just keeping this game. No, it's not. It's a penalty. A late call coming in, and they'll look to the post here. Very little doubt about it. Conrad Tua in there to make sure he's got his hands on the Steeden.
Yeah, pointing towards the post.
Both captains in there making sure there's a very clear message to. So Conrad Tua lines this one up, and he's going to kick it from about 20 in from touch. It's not the most difficult of angles, but it's one of those funny ones where you might not necessarily always practice kicks from 20 metres out at this point of the field. So Tua taking his time, and I'm told we are inside the final minute, which means a goal here, and it is likely game over. Satua, his most important kick of the year, potentially for an Auckland title, strikes it. It's good. Flags are up. Kelston, they lead by 2 scores. Time is off. We're going to let our match clock run and just try and catch up here. We're inside the final 2 minutes.
Current score, Kelston 14, Mount Albert Grammar 6, with about 1 minute remaining on our first 13 grand final.
1 minute is the official call. Kelston so close to this Auckland title, which has eluded them for so many years. St. Paul's have had a mortgage on it. Is that about to change?
Ball's back in Mag's hand.
Mount Albert Grammar have turned it over. They've given themselves a chance, albeit a very slim one. They need to score. It needs to be in the next few seconds. They clear the ruck. Go to big Charlie Leota, who carts it forward. Kelston will tackle like their lives depend on it. Right edge they come now, and they bring the back rower, Iriko, into it. Ball's loose. That'll be the game. Kelston are going to be the champions of Auckland. Seconds away. They turn the ball over, and they know it now. You can see the smiles on the faces. But well done to this Mount Albert Grammar School. What an effort from them. Mid-year, Troy, was looking very much like this team wouldn't even make the playoffs, but to storm home in the fashion they have and completely outplay St. Paul's last week. But there it is, there's the siren. Your 2018 SAS College Rugby League champions, Kelston Boys High School. It returns out west. What an effort from this team, a season where they have had just 1 loss to their name. And in this grand final, they went at it with Mount Albert Grammar for 50 minutes. They matched each other in so many of those areas, but the class came through in the end. A brilliant grand final, Troy, but I think Mount Albert Grammar, once the dust settles, will leave this match feeling very proud of what they've achieved this year.
Absolutely. And, you know, they can probably isolate it down to a number of errors that they had during the late stages of the game. There were opportunities there for them to put points on the board, but sadly, alas, that's not to be. As we celebrate Kelston, the champions of 2018. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go far away as we get ready for presentations. Corey Rosser and one of our cameramen are going down to the field, and we'll get a couple of quick interviews with the captains down there, and we'll get some insights in regards to how they're feeling and see if we can't soak up some of the atmosphere. Big shout outs have to go through to our major sponsors of the College Rugby League, SAS Sporting Apparel, associated sponsor Hayden and Rowlett. Thank you for you guys and your support and being on board. Looking forward to seeing you at the College Rugby League breakfast next week. Live stream partners CTAS, who have been with us throughout the season, round in and round out of the Fox Memorials and all of the College Rugby League action that we bring to you on a Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock. And in regards to CTAS, they also host and get all of our Rugby League replays up on board, and you'll be able to catch all of the replays from the College Rugby League 2018 Grand Finals on the Auckland Rugby League YouTube site. To get to that link, you need aucklandleague.co.nz. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. Corey and some live footage field side will be coming up very, very shortly as we get ready now to catch up with some of the captains down there before the official presentation. Back in a few moments.
to it. Your team are the best secondary school rugby league side in Auckland. How does it feel?
First of all, thanks to God for blessing every one of us with the talent and for it to be showcased on the biggest stage. Yeah, all glory goes to God. Yeah, all the boys' support, we just fed off the crowd. We try to block them out, but you know, we love our school too much, the year 13s. You know, this is our last time on this field, so yeah, it's good to send them off with a win.
Got off to a good start and then a real arm wrestle ensued. At what point did you think you had it won?
I never thought we had a one. I thought that after the penalty, bringing the breakout to 8 points, they put the pressure back onto Mags and gave us some breathing space. And yeah, it was just we knew it was going to be an arm wrestle. The boys came to play. But yeah.
Connie, we're going to let you go, mate, because there's some celebrations going on there. Congratulations.
So, thank you. Thanks to ARL, thanks to Mags, and thanks to...
We've just heard from the captain of Kelston. As our sideline crew start to move across to the celebrational side of the presentations.
I'll give them the pleasure having their song. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this brilliant two teams that had a brilliant day out there tonight. I'd like to call on the referees and the linesmen to come forward, please, and boys, please show your appreciation. The referees. We're good. Sorry guys, she's waiting.
My sky, we'll put it on rewind. Cheers, good stuff. Real referee. Thanks very much. Awesome, not a problem. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'd like to thank the sponsors for this great game today. Mr. Tim Coley, could you please come up and present the medals for the runners-up? Mount Albert, could we please have the captain up here?
First of all, I'd like to thank the Lord. John 14:6, Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I'd like to thank my coaches, Jason and Mike, and the team manager, Mr. Lynch, for their hard work they've done for us throughout the year. And I also like to thank all the supporters and families for coming out today. For us boys, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you, families and supporters. I also like to congratulate Kelston for a very good and tough game. He really gave it to us. You guys have set the benchmark all season and shared why you are the best in Auckland. And big ups to you. For my boys, unfortunately, I'm proud of you. We couldn't get the result we wanted, but I still love you as brothers. We gave it our all out there, and it just wasn't enough, but I couldn't be any prouder of you boys. We just got to keep moving forward and put the loss behind us and prepare for the Nationals. Thank you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Great night of league, which we're delighted to be involved with our company. Congratulations to Auckland Rugby League on the competition for the whole year. The team has done a great job, and over the last few years we can see the competition building. Some exciting prospects on the field tonight and on many fields and during the season that we've seen. Really hard fought battle, and obviously Kelston taken 4 years to finally knock it off, and they'll be delighted with their results tonight. On behalf of the Mags, great, well-fought battle, guys. Real hard last week to get where you got, and so well done, and next season to look forward to. Congratulations to all.
Could I please have the captain from Kelston boys to say a few words?
First of all, thanks to God for bringing us all here together safely. Thank you for blessing us with the Talent Rugby League and to be showcased in front of our schools. To Mags, thank you guys for the game. You guys probably had the hard run into the finals, but respect to you guys. All your coaches, your families and that, I'm sure they're all proud of you. And yeah, GG. To our boys, we did it, boys. This whole year, this is what we've been playing for. Save our best performance in the finals. Seki, boys. Our parents and families, you guys are the real MVPs. Without you guys, we won't be here about to receive our gold medal, so this one's for you guys. So our coaching staff, Francis, staff, Michelle, Huffle, and the boys injured. All thanks to you guys. Your guys' process that we trusted in. And finally to the block. Seki boys, thanks for the support. We bring you this championship back to the block where it belongs. Let's go!
Thanks, man. Thanks for that. Yes. Oh, wow! Yep, that's what it's. Hey. Can we get the boys get together for photos? Oh, yeah, photos. Photos.
Is that my one? Alana said it was hers. Oh, okay. It's orange now.
Tim, mind if we get a photo of you with the boys as well?
Well, what fantastic images, ladies and gentlemen, as we wind up the 2018 SAS College Rugby League Grand Final. On the screen now is Kelston High School. Celebrating their win with their fans in the grandstand. Everyone is standing up. On behalf of the Auckland Rugby League, we hope you've enjoyed our ARL TV live streaming brought to you throughout the season with live stream partners CTAS. So they break into a haka. Look at the images. There you have it. Congratulations, Kelston, Dwayne Mann, all of your team out there. The cup moves west. On behalf of SAS Sporting Apparel, Hayden and Rollett, our associated sponsors, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. See you all next year as we now well wish the Kelston Boys High School champions 2018 First 13 Premier Division. Oh my
Some
dear.
of the hits in this one. Here.
Love the College Rugby League.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park. And oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there. Here.
Love the College Rugby League.